96.9 FM WAZZ. Rocking you, my friend. Yeah, we're rocking you hard over here on the big ass station downtown Willow Springs. It's your buddy Big Jax here. You can follow me on the Facebook or Instagram. Search for me. It's at Big Jax Radio. Now like it, share it with your friends, and keep on rocking with us, rocker. Let's talk politics for a minute. I don't want to talk about it, but I was just thinking about it. I tell you what, if the Big News 5 down there, a television news channel, will shut up about Joe Biden and this presidential Biden student debt relief plan. I don't know how many rockers go to class. I don't know how many ever went to class, but there are some people out there that's pretty smart. They're pretty smart. And they think that they need a college education to get them through life. Well, maybe they do. So then they go and they spend all this money to try to get them some education, to get them land them that good desk job or whatever job they're looking for. They shell out all this money to go to class, to go to school. Now, the tuition, I'm sure, is hot hell as it is. And not to mention the books and your transportation to get there, if you're going to stay there on site, whatever the case may be. We all know, we all have a little bit of common sense when it comes to college, but Joe Biden is looking out for the modern student. And student debt relief forgiveness program, they say should be finalized by fall. Supreme Court struck down the original attempt that the White House rolled out in 2022. The Educational Department has not quite spelled out the dollar amount that each person is going to be eligible to get, but they promise full or partial debt relief from borrowers who owe more than what they took out, thanks to runaway interest and borrowers making payments more than 2 decades. Now, I don't claim to be an education scholar. God knows I'm not. But maybe just an educational person with some common sense, which usually doesn't even enter into the factor. Now, I don't know how long it takes. A little quick Google search told me that 10 to 25 years is about how long it takes to repay some of these college loans. Now, if you were fortunate enough to go to school, then you have some money somewhere, or you were fortunate enough to get a loan. So good for you. We all know school and college education, even at a community college level, is expensive. But here you have Joe Biden, who believes that here we should forgive some of these excessive high loans. You know, so he wants to forgive you for going to school. All your money, he wants to give it back to you. And who do you think is going to be paying back the money? The taxpayers, which I think is ridiculous as much as insurance is high. And, you know, here at election time, all of a sudden Biden and Harris have conquered up a plan where the prescription medicines are now going to go down a little bit. The selected medicines and prescriptions that they say that they can finagle the price down a little bit for you. Now, why they haven't done this in all the years before, in the last 4 years, nothing's been done about it, I don't know, but it is election time. Which brings us to the student debt relief plan. Biden is wanting to give some money back. He's also wanting to just forgive. I guess you're still going to go to class, and but I guess it's going to be free for you because some of us taxpayers, not only are we helping these foreigners come over here, the migrants, and, handing out free insurance cards and education to get you set up over here in this country. Let's forget about the veterans. Let's forget about the elderly people. And let's forget about taking care of your own kind before we get started on you over there in the other country. But you come on over here, we're going to rock you hard, and we're going to take care of you. And then now we're going to forgive some of these student loans that Biden thinks is just ridiculous and just too high. But for the rest of us that ever went to school and had to pay that shit back, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little personal and a little emotional here, Rocker, but I know a lot of you rockers work very hard to send your children to school, and you're probably still paying on your loans as it is, and when you can't go to school because it's too high, and here you got Biden wanting to be a savior when it comes to your student debt relief. Now, Rocker, before I get into this any deeper than I already am, all I want to say to this is anybody remember COVID? You remember there was, the colleges didn't shut down because of COVID. They gave you a half-ass education. So if you were looking forward to being on the swim team or maybe going to class and getting some hands-on education, and instead, what were you doing? You were probably on a Zoom call trying to listen to the professor across town in another room while he was trying to teach you online. Now, did you ever notice how many lawsuits accumulated during that time? The colleges wasn't giving any money back, even though you were getting a half-ass education. And you can forget most anybody in college trying to do an internship during that time. I heard about it. So if anybody should be getting any money back, it should have been the people that got royally screwed during COVID when they were trying to get an education. Because if you remember, life took a back seat when COVID was around, but nobody wants to point out those students that's working at Hamricks now, down there stocking at the Walmarts. Everybody forgot about those students. So, Mr. Joe Biden, once again, you're a stupid old man with your stupid policies. And I'm sorry, Rock. I'm so sorry. My apologies to all you Democrats out there. I'm so sorry talking about your man. All right, let's clean this up. This is getting out of control. This is getting out of hand. All right, here. Let's clean it up and let's get professional here. I'm so sorry about that outburst. But it doesn't make any sense to me. I feel bad for anyone who went to college during COVID, who got royally screwed, by the way, by these colleges and schools who have no sympathy. And even though you couldn't stay on the campus, couldn't go to class, you had to sit, 6 feet apart from each other. You couldn't go to the lunchroom. You couldn't have time with your friends. Let's forget about all that money that you shelled out to go to class and experience that. But all the people after you, those are the ones that I think we need to give the money back to. Maybe before you, but never have I heard the word COVID or any type of... and the worst part about it here is... where did the paper go? It says, according to the agency, no one needs to apply for the program. Those eligible will be automatically enrolled, but if you wish not to get any of that money back, that you might be selected by Biden and his team to get some money back. Well, that ended in August. Your last chance to opt out was just days ago. So I'm sorry if you get no money back, but maybe if you're going to school to be a lawyer or something highfalutin and bougie job, maybe they're the ones that are going to pull your name. Maybe they're going to pull your name, my friend. But I just think it's wrong. I think that COVID screwed all the high schoolers and the college kids. Of course, high schoolers don't get any money back. But we all got screwed, including the student. So students, Big Jax is on your side. I'm not voting for Biden. I'm not voting for Hess. And Walsh is a total circus clown with that giggly laugh from his girlfriend, Kamala Walla Hess, because you're already giving money back we don't even have to people who was fortunate enough to even get a loan to begin with. What about the people that paid out, straight out? Their money counts too, This is all a bunch of junk. The student relief. They need to release the whole program. Get it out of here. We don't want it. If you're going to go to school, go to school. I remember back when my parents told me they didn't have the money to send me to college, and then I was going to have to either, man the ship on my own or get a job, try to save up some money. But, of course, I fell short by thousands and thousands of dollars. But this is not a sympathy thing here. It's just common sense for the students who suffered a great deal during the COVID season. Those are the students that should be getting any sign of relief. not anyone else. You're not entitled to it. The ones that got the half-ass education, those are the ones that Jax is pulling for. And all you colleges and educational universities that's overpriced, you're overrated. It's about time somebody told you. You're overrated. I said, a modern student, if there's something you got your heart set on, I encourage you to follow your dreams, but I don't want you to lose your wad and trying to waste your future paying for something that might or might not happen based off these colleges giving you a half-ass education. Now, you don't know it until you get started, but I also know, Rocker, that most of the time, from experience, most of the time when you're in class, all they're going to tell you is what they want to tell you, but then they're going to tell you that you'll get your real-world experience on the job. When during the internship, then you're really going to get the hands-on experience. And then when you get to the internship, then what do they tell you? Well, you should have learned this in class. You should have learned this in school. They expect you to have the education. So it's a double fold is what it is. And might I say I'm not very supportive of internships. All right, Rockers, I've had enough of this. Mathematics, class, school. And then my parents still crying by the toilet because I'm in radio and I ain't any richer than I was in high school. All right, Rocker. Let's go for it, buddy. Let's have another rock song. We got to have something in life to get us through. Class is dismissed. Get on out of here. All right, Rocker. 96.9 FM, WAZZ.